Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. There are going to be different dating philosophies. You know what? I had somebody on a while ago. It was a comment, and it wasn't a malicious comment, but a young man said he was confused, right? And he mentioned another dating coach, Mr. Lucario, right? And he said he's confused because, anybody who really follows me know I'm not big on approaching. I'm just not, right? I'm not big except for, what is known as what I call the damn principle. Like I said, if she's really that attractive that the word damn come out your mouth or something similar, approach. If you get shot down, it's better to get shot down and don't have any regrets than to be thinking about that woman 2 weeks later and be like, man, I wish I had said something, And the dude said he was confused because he said, he stated that Mr. Clario said, talks about getting out there and approaching more, right? And then I explained to him, this thing is just, that's Mr. Lucario's philosophy, which I highly respect. I just have a different one, and the whole thing with that is everybody is not going to get a woman the same way, right? It's not there's some universal stuff with kind of the game. There is some universal stuff, like you need to have some type of bait, you need to have some type of conversation, right? Your sex game need to be good. And you got to be cognizant of the environment that you're in, right? That fourth one, that's so-so, but you definitely need those first three. You need some type of bait. You have to be able to talk. You don't have to be like flowing language and poetic and all of that, but you still got to communicate with that woman. And it's all useless if you don't satisfy her in bed, right? But beyond that, there's different ways of getting there. And there are different ways. There's different types of bait, right? So, using a bait example, like one man's bait might be that he's 6'4". He's 6'4" and real muscular with a face that women consider handsome, right? That's his bait. So he don't have to maybe dress well or anything. But then you have another cat. He can't use that height thing. He might be 5'9" and, average build, a little pudgy or something. His bait got to be different, right? So his style got to be different. He ain't going to get it on that like tall muscular thing. So maybe he's the one who got to make sure his grooming is tight, his clothes are tight, he got a good scent on him, but that's his bait, his shoes or something. That's his bait to draw the women. And then you got a third person, might not have either, but he got the charisma of 10 men. And that might be the bait. He's just such a cool person. The woman's like starting to ignore the other stuff, right? And I'm using that as an example because what's going to happen with any dating coach, we're not going to see eye to eye on everything, and we shouldn't. It's just like martial arts. And I actually did a video on this last year. It's different dojos and everything. It's different styles. Like when you see, that's one of the reasons I don't get caught up. I've never gotten caught up in who's the best coach or whatever. I mean, I'm flattered if somebody say I'm the best, but then I've seen I'll check out some other coaches and somebody say they the best or they the best. It's like, but it's not an objective thing. It's different styles. Because it's not a thing where we're playing each other in a sport or something. Now, if we playing each other in some sport or something, then you can say it like this the best basketball player because there's an objective standard because, that player is winning and stuff. But see, we're talking about you, the customer, you, the client, you, the person listening who has to get something. And see, the thing is, any style that you have, it has to be tailored to your personality. See, that's the one thing we got to get in this thing. You got to say, all right, like everybody's not the type who's going to go be able to talk to everybody because they're more introverted. So one of the things I would say about my style is it's helpful for the introvert because it's saying, okay, you ain't the type who want to talk to every person out here. But it's saying You still have to talk if it's a certain thing. So I'll say, all right, okay, you're not the type who want to approach about 20 women a day. That's cool. But save that energy for that woman who's just that fine. All right? Save all that energy. And so that'll work for somebody who doesn't feel like it, or because of what they do for a living or whatever, just don't have time to do it. All right? You know, or it's just, say your style is, or, well, let me use, like class. You know, you might have to change your style up if your social class is different. Like if we were talking a lot about the professional and street dudes, you know, more upper tier women, they hard to approach on the street if they even walking, because they usually going to be driving, or they in environments where, you know, if they like some attorney or accountant or something, they business, they walking down the street and the last thing they want is somebody in their face. So your style might have to be more tailored to maybe some event or something that they're at. You know, you could be lousy at it. You could be lousy at approaching a woman on the street, but then you the type who can get in a party environment and really work the room. And that's actually more me anyway. Because if you at an event, you automatically with a group of, if you're a dude at an event, the women there are already by nature open to somebody approaching them. In fact, they kind of want it. Now, whether it's not as you is another thing, but they're not going to shoot you down this quick, because the whole point of a social event is to mingle, right? So your style might have to be different, if it, you know, and that depends on you. If you that type who more comfortable indoors at events or something, or where people might know each other, boom. Like another example of that, right? Always say, and I said this in my book. It was like if you invited to a house party or something. I don't even know if they do house parties like they used to. But if you invited, that's probably one of the easiest way to meet somebody, because you already have a connection. Both of y'all have some type of connection with the owner of the home or the host or something, right? So it's like, hey, you can go up. It's not as awkward. It's expected that you mingle. Some people can work it better that way. Then again, you got the other people. They bold. They can work the streets, or they can work like a nightclub or something. They bold. You know, so you got to tailor your game. So when you like checking out coaches, right, you want to check out the coach that resonates with you the most. Like, that's why I say I don't get caught up in that best or whatever. And I really don't expect everybody to get what I'm saying, or to get with my style, the general style I'm talking about. But it's not better or worse than anyone else's. In fact, I would tell some people, it was like, you know what, I ain't really feeling this, you know, I would tell them if they ain't really feeling what I'm saying or the style or whatever, it was just like, go check out somebody else. And my ego ain't worried about it, because at the end of the day, all of us trying to help people. Every single one of us, we do it differently, but all of us are trying to help people, and it's bigger than money. It's bigger than money, right? Because trust me, I could make probably a whole lot more money doing some other stuff. You know, I could make a whole lot more money doing some other stuff, but I get something when somebody say, hey, you know what, this has helped me out. I really get something deeper than a money thing, right? But, you know, just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. So there's going to be times when the information we give going to contradict each other. But that's not wrong. It's the style. And you just got to ask yourself, okay, does it resonate? Because get out of that thing, there's only one way to do it. Women are emotional. They're dynamic. You know, what work with one woman is not going to work for the next one. The other woman might like that you're a cool, calm, quiet guy. That might turn on. In fact, that mystery element turns on a lot of women. But the next guy, if he try that cool, calm thing, it ain't going to work for him. He gets none. So he needs to get out there and go. So you got to ask yourself, when you're checking out these styles, which one's working? Now, like I said, I don't mind if somebody say, well, you know what, I'm more this other dude style. Nothing against you, Uncle Ron, but this other dude style resonate with me more. I'd be like, cool. That's what you should go with. Because trust me, I just want my crew. I want the people who feeling what I'm saying. Don't follow me or follow the advice if it ain't resonating with you deep down. That's not helping me, right? I'd rather see you deal with somebody else. That's why there's times when I find like another dating coach or something, I'll say, hey, check him out or announce him or something. Like I did with Afi King. That dude got some stuff. That dude got some stuff. And I've even had some clients who've been, they've been with me, they've been with him. But you know what? That dude got a specific style finesse game and everything, So, yeah, definitely check him out. Because my big thing ain't really finesse. I'm bowling a china shop sometime, but that's just me. So anyway, right? That's it. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.